Hi, I'm Jen DeTracy, and this is My Messy House, episode number 5, because MS is raw and real. Now, if you're tuning in for the first time, I just want to say that My Messy House is not the messy house that you live in that needs to be cleaned. And yes, as people that live with MS like myself, you may have a messy house, that's true, but really, in this case, it's a metaphorical for this house up here, the top floor as I call it, and how we can tame that messy house that we have. So the random thought of the day that I have is around just a little story that I'd like to share with you. So I'm up at my sweetie's family cottage, and it's really dark here at night, and it's cooler at night. So if you have MS and you struggle with heat or warmth, you know how that can be like a living hell. Well, I love coming up here because it's so much cooler. The temperature drops at night. I sleep like a baby, kind of. There's some interruptions, but for the most part, it's pretty awesome. And it's dark, and I like sleeping with the dark. Really makes a big difference. However, I woke up in the night to pee, which is pretty common. I'm getting up at least several times a night to do my bathroom thing. And I realized I cannot find my way to the door because it's so dark. I was bumping into walls and the dresser. And yes, in the moment, it was very irritating. But it's kind of funny because here I am. Whoops, I just kicked the camera. Because here I am benefiting from something so wonderful, and then I had this moment that totally throws me off. And the fact is, that's kind of what life is like with MS, right? The unpredictability that we experience and how we manage that. So, I could have gone back to bed really angry, frustrated. I could have been bitter about it. But instead, I chose to stay away from going into the messy part of my brain and just being appreciative and kind of being able to laugh about it. Laugh about the situation, say, okay, that was interesting. I was like a ball in a pinball machine bouncing around, but here I am. I get to crawl back into my nice comfortable bed, and it's cool and it's dark, and just to settle myself in, to reassure myself that I'm going to fall back asleep now because I'm in an environment that's really supporting me. And so I just want to invite you to think about something that maybe in the moment might be upsetting, but it's short-lived, right? Like this was just, I don't know, it was like 10 seconds of bouncing around, maybe 15, if that. I wasn't injured, in any way. And how I could just laugh about it later and appreciate, why this happened. And, ultimately come up with a strategy to deal with it so it doesn't happen again. Of course, what I've done, I didn't want to put on the light of my cell phone to direct me to the bathroom the next time, because I was worried that would keep me up or change the rhythm of things. So I just felt my way around the bed all the way to the other side, and then I just got to the edge of the bed and was able to find the door and successfully leave the room without banging into the door. That's pretty good, right? So I hope that you're having some fun with me. Maybe you have a circumstance that you've had that you can think about, that you can write your situation below, and then how you just let go of that, right? How that just didn't become a huge, other than maybe a funny story later, something that you needed to hold on to. And that's how we tame the messiness that shows up in our life as people, as human beings that live with the MS and all of the variants of what we experience that comes with the MS. So that's it for this episode of My Messy House, 'cause MS is raw and real. I'm Jen DeTracy, and I'll see you soon.